Welcome to another support card review. Today, we're going to be talking about Mayano Top Gun's Christmas card. It is an SSR speed card that was released this month, January 2026, and it's currently on banner. So let's first talk about the limit break points. You could definitely get away with one copy at 0 LB, because you end up getting the frontrunner skill. I will talk about the frontrunner skill soon, and then if you are okay with pulling, then you probably want to get to at least 3 LB because that's when its support effects are better, because prior to 3 LB, you do not have specialty priority at all, which is a bit important. Do I think this is worth pulling for? Well, I think that probably not right now, just because the Fuku support card is coming out at the end of January. But if we're talking about in general, I think it has a decent frontrunner skill, and I do think that it can be a decent stat stick past 3 LB. So if you have spare gems or you are a whale, you could definitely go for this card. It's not bad for the account, but I would prefer to just save and get the Fuku card and just borrow this card if needed. So let's first talk about the skill. Restless, reduce fatigue on an uphill. It's a frontrunner skill. So this is a blue gold skill. It gives 5.5% stamina recovery, and it's actually the upgrade to Moxie, which does the same thing, except it gives less stamina recovery. So this could be good depending on the track you're running. So first of all, if you have an uphill during more of the middle of the race, not so close to the beginning, not during the last spurt, then this could be a good stamina recovery skill. We don't want the uphill to begin usually in the beginning of the race, because then if this procs, you're not really getting that much HP recovery. And then we don't want usually HP to proc during the last spurt, because again, if you're in the last spurt, there's a calculation that occurs in the beginning that looks at your HP. If you don't have enough HP, then either A, your last spurt will be delayed, or you will not be able to hit your top speed. And if you have enough HP, then obviously they'll let you accelerate to your top speed. So if the HP recovery occurs during the last spurt, then that really will not factor into, well, can I get to my top speed? Because that calculation already occurred. So that's why, this skill can be good. It's just conditional on the track. So now let's talk about the support effects. So at 0 LB, the specialty priority is 0, which kind of sucks in a way, but the reason why I'm suggesting that 3LB is most likely the best breakpoint to start at is because at that point you end up getting specialty priority. You actually end up getting 40, which is a good starting point, and then at MLB you get 80, which is literally double, so that's fantastic. So that's why 3LB is sort of what I would want. However, at 0 LB, it's kind of usable. If you look at the initial friendship gauge, it doesn't move at all. It's 15. Mood effect, 40 is already a lot. So 40 to 50 isn't bad at all. Friendship bonus only moves by 5. It goes from 20 to 25. And then the training effect doesn't even move. So 0 LB, it's definitely usable. I really would prefer 3 LB because I want that specialty priority, especially 40 at 3 LB and then 80 at max LB. That's a big chunk. But definitely if you ran the card at 0, 1, 2 LB, it's not that big of a deal. So these are the skills from events. So again, we have the gold skill Restless we talked about already. Straight away adapt, I kind of like. It's a cheap skill and you can get good value out of it depending on when it procs. So it just depends on the track, honestly. Head on is a pace chaser skill. It increases acceleration when positioned towards the front late race. I kind of like the skill. It just really depends on when it's going to proc, because if you increase your acceleration at the beginning of the late race, that's good because then you'll hit your target speed quicker. If you increase your acceleration at the end of the race, then what's the point? You're already at your top speed. You're not accelerating anymore. So that's kind of sucks. Also, I really don't like that they're literally putting a pace chaser skill on a card that has a front runner gold skill. So that kind of makes me upset. So in general, the skills from the events are pretty decent, but they're not make or break. You can get them from other cards usually. So these are the support hints. Again, we have straightaway adept, which I kind of like, good bang for your buck. Corner adept, I kind of like, again, good bang for your buck. Same idea with straightaway. So again, good-ish support hints, but doesn't make or break the card. You can get them from other places if you really need to. And then finally, let's just talk about her chain events. So her first one, you want to be a little careful just because if you choose the third option, then the chain ends, and so you don't get to the third part of the chain. So you wouldn't be able to get the blue gold skill that, the card is good for. The first part of the card is just a little bit of a gamble. You either get mood, speed, and guts and all that, or you just lose some energy. You still get some mood, and you get some guts. So, still pretty good to choose, right? And then for the third part of the chain, I just wanted to point out that Restless is guaranteed. It's not like other cards where it's like, oh, you get Restless or you get maybe the downgraded version of Restless or something. No, if you get to the third part of the chain, you are getting Restless. So I think that's kind of nice. Thank you for watching my video on the Mayano Top Gun Christmas SSR card. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know below. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!